welcome back to the SF show. This is our summer special filler episode. No, we have a really fun topic for you guys today. It's kind of an experimental episode, so if it goes terribly wrong, then you're not allowed to complain because we're trying to do something different and intuitive. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a MET GALA, but it's OPS and social types. So we are going to look at a bunch of different social types within the same type category. You guys will see what I mean. And then we're going to see what differences we can see between the flex and the friends coin. It's the only thing we look at today, flex and the friends coin. And if we can't find any interesting patterns, which is really hard for us, then we're just going to comment on their sense of style.
Also going to be
and you guys can do the same and tell us in the comments which outfits you liked the most. No, I'm kidding. No, you can totally do that. But it's not about that unless you want it to be. Okay. So the social types is very interesting. Of course, it's been the main talking point, the main new topic that we've all been talking about, but it's still pretty fresh. And there are a lot of anecdotes that we had, especially in the beginning when it just came out. Yeah, and we're just trying to explore and see which ones of the anecdotes make sense and which ones don't. And yeah, one thing that came up is that we figured that flexes, sometimes they dress differently, you know, they dress a bit more flashy or a bit more formal. That is something we could see. And I think at the beginning, we tended to think that that was maybe had to do with SF. But then you see these people with demon SF that also dress really flashy, and we wondered why that is. And now we're going to see if we can see any patterns maybe, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's inconclusive as always. Yeah. But before we start, maybe someone watches the show for the first time. Maybe we want to like have a quick recap of who we are, what our type is. And someone wants to start.
Sweet. So if you've tuned into the SF show, it all started with basically a bunch of us coming together and thought, you know, it's a pretty good idea. Let's create the SF flavor show because it was based on the NINE9 show, which I don't think exists anymore. So you can see the spin-off from that. We're doing a couple of episodes about the SF versus the NT and different types comparing each other. We've done all the observers, and now we're going to soon get to the deciders where we can get the right people. We have a few like mini random episodes in between. And if you're struggling with your SF or you just want to digest OP in general, you watch it and you pick what you need and you get the ethereal sensory experience. I'm Samuel, SEFE, play consume, last sleep, social number 10, and here we are.
That was perfect. Thanks a lot. Well, we can't really like top that, so maybe for the rest we can just say what our type is, or maybe you can see it on the screen.
We're a team, remember? We're a team.
But essentially, we have one SF of each quarter. So you have Sam is alpha, Maria is, what are you, gamma? Emmanuelle is alpha. Sorry, now I confuse everyone. And I'm whatever the last one is that I forgot.
So yeah. SF blast, play, sleep, and consume at your service within the SF show.
Hannah, maybe you see me as an alpha naturally, so I'm flattered.
Of course. Oh my gosh, do we have to cut this part out?
No, we keep it in.
This chaotic idea from my brain.
I hope they actually go and watch the past episodes and see when Maria was amusing herself with her "Hey Daddy" comments.
There's more to come.
What?
There's more to come. You're never safe, Sam. Just know that.
Never safe. Okay.
I've ascended.
Had enough of this OE business. Let's. Okay. Okay, so I hope you guys can all see my screen. My screen. Can you?
Yes. I'm loving the outfits already. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I thought this was really funny. This is just for my own self-amusement, and I'm not gonna explain why they are dressed this way. It's a Karl Lagerfeld show. Yes. So
I just want to say thank you, Hannah, for this opportunity for me to consume some
people,
some outfit and fashion and stuff. Just know that I don't look at people, I just look at their vibe. So I have no clue
That's
how
perfect.
they dress most of the time.
That's
So yeah, let's go for it. I'm sweating a little bit. I'm a bit scared, but I trust you.
You know what? I think this is actually great because, as I think Sam said before, we're a team, right? So we're gonna consume all kinds of different stuff here. It's like a deer show in the olden. Let's go. We're going to start with the SF Saviors, and as you all know, Rihanna, the queen of SF and also a #1, which is why I thought she is. What? She's STSF, but it's still a lot of SF, right?
Cool, fair enough. That's right. It's all good.
So this is her type. This is the type, Shani's type. And we're gonna start off with this type and all of the #1s. There are more #1s.
Oh.
And I want to say, guys, that I Googled, when I looked for pictures, I Googled street style. So this is apparently street style.
Yeah.
This is going to be, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, it's power. It's like, when I look at it, it's like girl power, diva, lion girl, don't F with me. I've come in I know my place. I'm like, wow, like it's a lot. But you gotta have confidence and swagger to pull it off.
Yeah. I love that. Diva. Lion girl. Yeah. Shout out to Habib, who has a lion as a picture and is a very similar type to this as well. Just without the long hair, you know.
This is like right up my street in terms of like fashion.
Yes.
But it's so it's not like shouting fashion. It's not like wacky. It's very like minimalistic, but it makes a statement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
well, there was something about the whole SCNI axis in the fashion sense. It's not like super intrinsic. It's almost like simple.
Yeah.
Making an effect.
Yeah.
And it was something I was thinking about with this stuff, even in relation to Maria, seeing as she's a #1, which is going to be slightly different because these girls are DE. But I was thinking, what if you have a DE chick who is these type, obviously, but through her journey in life, it's been reinforced that she is the shit, so to speak. Because even if you watch Mary J. Blige, you would know it took her a while before she started owning herself. And she started owning herself, it's boom, she's out in a full fashion gear. Whereas I feel like someone like Maria, they kind of naturally dress like that. And if she was in the fashion world, it would just happen naturally and I think it'd probably look a little bit less in your face. Because I think that's part of like the D vibe is like, okay, I've really got to kind of push this and own myself. Where Maria's like, you know, cool, I look good, do what I do.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory.
That is very interesting, yeah. That is accepted in NETE Leyland. That works. So let's move on to the next one. So don't get confused, please. Otherwise, I would feel really terrible. We're going to go.
Before you go, if you had to pick one to wear, what would you choose? I would choose Mary J.
Huh? Mary J. Blige?
I had to wear an outfit. I'd choose Mary J. Blige's outfit.
What about the rest?
Oh, us?
Yeah.
If I had Mary J. Blige's ass, I'd definitely wear Mary J. Blige's outfit. For sure. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't decide between all of them. They're all good, except for Rihanna's gloves. I'm not really feeling those too much. But
Hmm.
I think I would either pick between Jada and Mary, to be honest, myself. But it just depends. You have to catch me on a different day. I feel like the Jada is kind of like winter, kind of like city vibes, and then Mary J. Blige is kind of giving me like street vibes, like more street vibes.
That makes sense. Very good observation. So, Emmanuelle, this is probably not going to be the most natural fun activity for you because you have anti-consume, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Uh, just I was really thinking about the actually they have the SF consume. So I think this is one the most powerful that goes into the aesthetic interest and perspicacity somewhere, you know. So I don't have this one. Well, I was just looking at their attitude. I think the attitude of Jada is the one that I feel the more comfortable with. Rihanna feels not really, in a good place right now, like annoyed at something. And Mary J. Blige, she's going into war, maybe posing a little bit too much, like, let's go, like you said, lioness. And Jada just like, yeah, I'm going to have a breakfast with girls, something like that. Like power girl, but chill. I'm going into my business, so I think I feel more comfortable into Jada's shoes somewhere. Yeah,
I feel so strong in you, Emmanuelle. The FE is so strong in you. How it's amazing. Like you could just see that just from the picture. I wouldn't even like have considered to think, what are that?
Yeah,
To me, it's kind of the other way around. It's kind of like the clothes that they're wearing are the thing that gives them the attitude rather than them being separate things.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wait.
that's how I'm seeing it. It's like the things the things that you have to show are the things that are giving you that sense, that attitude that you have, I think.
You know what?
But for self, it's like when I choose my clothes or something like that, it's because it works for me. It's practical. It's comfort. It goes and match the TI, and so it's what I assume to everyone. Like if it works for you, it's fine. I don't give a shit. If you want to have I don't know, whatever on you, if it works for you, it's perfect. But if you don't feel comfortable, this is where I will like get, oh, what's going on with you? Maybe it's not about the clothing. I don't care about the clothing, but it's like, I will pick my interest on you regarding the vibe, and if there's no vibe, I don't see you somewhere. Like, if it's, well, whatever. Let's go.
That makes sense. No, that makes sense. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's so interesting because I think I definitely have more of a flexor energy when I'm wearing like nicer clothes, cleaner clothes, more flashier clothes, whereas if I'm in like more chilled at home vibes, maybe they're not as clean because I've been like wearing the same pajamas for like 3 days. I definitely have more of like a chilled vibe, but if I'm coming in like Jada, like I'm definitely gonna bring the attitude because that I've got something to show for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that actually lately, trying to consider to see the the value of that those codes somewhere. And it is interesting. I think there is a whole spectrum of why do you wear this clothes and for what purpose and what are they showing to the world and to yourself, really. But it wasn't in my spectrum for a long time. Like I got picked on when I was younger because I didn't follow fashion. And I was like, I don't give a shit if you don't like me because I don't have the nice sweater. It's on you. I don't care. Like, I'm not my clothes. And this is something I rooted very deep within me. So it was like a whole ah, je sais pas comment on dit, putain. Like, it is in my bones. Like, I need to own that. Like, I wear my clothes, and if you don't respect me because of what I wear, I don't care. I pity, the one that will judge me on what I wear. And this was something very strong, but now I try to open my eyes a little bit more and integrate that it is a language on itself for you and for the rest of the world, and it has some value. There is something that it can bring, add to me if I go and explore on this. Something like that.
Very mature of you, because every arena exists and you'd be ignorant to ignore it. So that's a bit of growth for yourself. So kudos.
But also just
I'm old, Samuel. That's why it helps.
I feel like that's the very like SF of you, because like even if it's something that you're not seeing as like valuable, you're recognizing that it does hold value to like other people, and you're very chilled about it. Whereas I feel like if this was like a demon SF talking about the same thing, there'd be kind of like a bitchiness about it. But the way that you've accepted it is kind of in a very like calm. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, fine. I'll go along with it. It's kind of like you're not aggressively like, showing negativity about it. It's kind of a calm acceptance.
That is true. Very interesting. Cool. You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So this is the same type. This is number 3s. Good old Pamela Anderson. And it's very interesting because they do dress very differently. Like I looked at a lot of pictures of Pamela Anderson. And yeah, it's just like the vibe does change. It also changed.
Well,
changes between these two.
Yeah.
Between Zoe and Pamela. So it's I don't know.
I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like the flex is less aggressive, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
The flex just feels less aggressive and shouty.
Yeah. It's not their top function, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's I was thinking. It's like, oh, they look the part, but they're not throwing it in your face, basically. And from what I've seen, if the 1s compared to the 3s, the flex in the 1s is like, in comparison with like the connection with the friends, is a bit weird compared to the number 3s. Like it's your middle function, so you're going to be a bit more chilled with it. So it's like, yeah, flex, I can say I'm better than you, but then we're still a team at the same time. So it's almost like double deciding or double observing, but in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like if I look at it from my point of view of consume, my version of consume, which is NF, I do feel like the number 1s, if I look at them, like if I look at their expression, I can see why they say that there is this fearlessness in the 1s compared to the 3s. I feel like the 3s, I looked at a lot of outfits of Zoe, and Zoe, sometimes she really looks kind of scared. She's like, and I feel like you can even see it in this picture here. She's like, I'm just like going to my job. This is like the vibe that I get from her. It's like, I'm just going to my job. This is my job outfit. And I mean, Pam is kind of different, but they are like, I don't know. They don't seem like get out of my way. Like I can see what, like if we go back, which I can totally all of the control. I feel like
it seems like the flex is enough in the number 3s. The flex is just enough like presentation to kind of get you out the door and like through I don't know what is acceptable like attire to go out, but it's not like it's not like trying to shove you out of the way with my I'm not like trying to hit you over the head with how sexy I look,
Yeah, I mean, this did not work very well. Oh my fucking God, my sensory does not behave how I wanted to. No, but I think it's interesting because, you know, what they said about the flexing, like they have maybe a tendency to have really like, I don't know, flashy outfits in terms of showing a lot of skin. And I can definitely see that too, that like an outfit that almost like an appearance that distracts you. Or what I could see in a lot of these number ones is that they will wear coats that are really big, or just earrings that are really big and just make themselves look like actual lions, which I find very interesting. And I saw less of that in the number threes, but you still have like the deep cutouts in the shirts and all of that.
So interesting.
Okay, let's go to the next one. I think this one is actually very interesting. So now we're entering Friends territory. Unfortunately, I only have one example. I only went off of officially typed people that I could confirm because SI. Oh, this doesn't work. Now I understand why it doesn't work. So Christine is the same type.
She's doing a thing, isn't it? It's like it's not out there, but it's not unacceptable. Like, yeah, dresses. She's a businesswoman. She's not going to be the world's top fashion chick, but it's like, yeah, it's possible.
It's conservative.
Yeah, that's the phrase. Thank you. That's the phrase.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I mean, of course, it could also partially, like if could also partially be like the kind of stores that she's probably not going to store. I don't know. The kind of clothes that she gets dressed in are maybe cut in a more conservative way, because compared to the other ladies, she's a bit older. So maybe that the fashion that is tailored to her as a consumer is maybe a different style.
Yeah.
But it's still true. She looks like a businesswoman. She's like, I'm going to my meeting. She looks like she's on the way to a really important meeting.
Yeah, like it's giving like political vibes. Like I feel like this is what politicians would, like female politicians would wear.
Yeah, I get what you
Because it's kind of given like I need to do something that's going to appease the most people.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Whereas like the number ones is kind of like, I don't give a fuck if you like this or not. Like I feel good in this, or I look good in this. Whereas like this kind of style just seems like, yeah, it's kind of, this is what's going to offend the fewest people. Like
yeah, and I feel like if you look at the vibe of her, this is not just like I didn't pick and choose, but she looks she's like has a very talkative, open body language, and she smiles in a lot of her photos. She actually looks approachable. Like if I wanted to talk to her, I feel like, yeah, I don't know, she's smiling. She has this kind of an open body language.
Yeah.
Saw that in a lot
She's looking to the photographer, not through him. Yeah.
Not looking at her own way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, she seems like she's ready to speak with the photographers and the people who are lining up, whereas the other ones, the flexers, they seem like they're photo ready. Like they're ready to have their photo taken. That's about it.
I'm only here for the picture. That is true. Now, very unfortunate, I don't have a number 4 of this type. And the only SF consumed that I found that is a number 4, maybe I didn't look right, that is a comparable type, is Jordan Bias, I think is her name. And she's an ESFP, Xavier DI with Play Last. I thought she was too different to put her in there. But Jordan Bias is a very beautiful woman, and she definitely has. So if you look at her picture, if you want to compare, it's not going to give a clear pattern, you know, because she does pose and she's very like meticulous about her appearance. So I don't know. That's just the one. Well, that's what we have for now.
Oh.
Okay, everyone, now we're going to continue on the SF demons, which I have more examples of, just because I found more examples. It's also really interesting to look at the SF demons and see the flex versus friends. So you all know who this is. I just thought it was fitting with the demon thing. No.
Who is that?
I forgot her name. I can't believe this.
Is it Trixie from
It's Trixie Mattel. Trixie
yeah.
Mattel. You're gonna see her as an example. This is a very well-known drag queen. If you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then maybe not. It also doesn't matter. This is an ENTP.
Is it SLTSE?
No, you're going to see Trixie Mattel in them. So let's dive into Demon Land, which is my favorite kind of place. Demon Land. So for the INTJs, unfortunately, I didn't have enough examples to just pick one specific type. So we're gonna see NITEs and NIFIs, but I think it's fine. We can jump and make a guess. So this is number 1 INTJs.
Oh.
And all, like Ivanka Trump, you can see that she's SF last and RuPaul is SF third.
I just see it as clean and soft. That's how I see it. It's they take care of their hygiene, they're fashionable, and it's not over the top.
Did you pick the picture, Hannah, so they match colors?
No, no, I noticed that and it was not on purpose. I just, I was looking at street style. That was my only criterion, but I was very pleased when I saw that they are matching up. Sure.
I actually thought that the Savior SF number 1s were minimalistic, but
yeah,
this is more like minimalistic than like literally like 2 colors, 1 or 2 piece attire, matching everything.
Matching everything.
Does not get more simple than this.
Yeah.
well,
that is a really good observation. I didn't notice that they had a more constricted color palette.
but maybe because they're like double deciders at the same time, that they don't have to push that I'm here to shine with the other number 1s. They're all DE first, so they're constantly not feeling like they have permission. So when they do bring it out, it's going to be really in your face. Just
That's
different
possible.
ways of looking at it. Just different ways of looking at it.
That's possible.
Yeah, I'm just seeing like this type is less chaotic with their dress. I don't know, is it just me, or I'm just seeing just less chaos in their dressing?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like there's less experimental putting together of patterns and of like, as we saw before, Rihanna with the gloves or Jada with this turban that she had, which looked really like, whether or not you think that the gloves, whether or not you feel the gloves, it still works with the outfit, right? I think we can agree on that. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. I will not listen. No,
I do disagree with the gloves of Rihanna. I'm sorry. I still have taste, apparently. But what? This is, no.
And go to those pictures, everyone's quickly. Just go back to them, the number 1s.
Well, Rihanna's known for her like outrageous. Like she's very experimental. Like
I think we can agree that these are more experimental and more like bold in terms of textures.
I learned with what's her name, the lady that dates Spider-Man.
Which one? Which Spider-Man?
Which spider? I don't know.
Come on, Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya?
Yeah.
The INFP double masculine.
And she talked about the fashion, the way as she sees it as art. So like whatever you can not like, no, it makes talk, but it's okay. Like it's a piece of art. Well, Rihanna's piece of glove are not my piece of art. Yeah, that's it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I agree with that. 100%.
This style is very refined. Like it's just a very refined style, I think.
And I mean, of course, RuPaul, if you see on RuPaul's Drag Race, it's going to be a lot more extra, but I was specifically looking for how would they actually dress, probably by their own choice, when they are not putting on a full show and just like an everyday kind of show.
And as you
And
know, maybe, or I don't know if you know, but I'm all into barefoot shoes, and RuPaul
Yeah, I
rules
know.
for it. Like it's flat, it's
Yeah.
open and stuff. This is if it's flexible, he has good points on that. But it's not about fashion.
It's TISI. It just like works well for the feet.
Yeah.
I have noticed, like with the OIs, in terms of like their fashion, they tend to wear, like especially with the NIs, they tend to wear like the same type of clothes, but just like different variations of the same type of clothes. So I wouldn't be surprised if like RuPaul had this same outfit in like 3 different shades.
Different shades.
Whereas
Yeah.
like with like, for example, like Rihanna, you'll never see her in the same type of outfit. Like it would just be that look and then a completely different look and then a completely
Completely different, yeah.
I've got an OI client, and he's a pure IJ. We're actually best friends for it, as you can guess. And he's telling me about his fashion sense, and like when he buys something, he'll buy, like you said, literally all the color set. And he's just
I do
Yeah.
understand him. If you find something that fits really well and that works with your body shape, then you just want to say, like, this is the end of my consume journey. I finally arrived. I don't have to consume again. It's so exhausting. And then you have to spend more money on more clothes, and then you have to buy extra clothes to make them work with different. It's just,
yeah.
why the no? Anyways, yeah. So no ranting is allowed. We're gonna go
Yeah,
to
consume
number
is
3.
hard.
So unfortunately for this category, I don't care what your views on gender is. I think it's easier to compare just women or men or whatever, non-binary, but I think it's easier if you see just women and not mix them together. This is not possible for this case. We're just going, so now you saw Ivanka and RuPaul. Now we're gonna see men, which is fine. We can all compare the different ones. It's not too hard for me to jump and be intuitive and clump them together. It's not hard at all. These are number 3s. Of course, maybe these are a bit extreme. I don't know. I don't know. I know someone in real life of this type, and I don't think that fashion is the highest priority in her life.
I feel like Woody Harrelson was like trolling everyone in this look, because this looks like a pajama set.
Yes. So the thing is,
It is in socks.
yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, so he is definitely like, this isn't serious, right? It's
Yes. So I agree with you, and I could have picked a different picture. However, I had a hard time finding a different picture where you could actually see his outfit well. So my priority was maybe not ideal for, showing him off. So I think what I saw him in was just very, was it like cowboy outfits? You guys have to Google for yourselves. This is obviously a bit extreme, but I thought it was also interesting to put it in there. Like, I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on the pajama pants other than that they are interesting.
He's doing his energy demons. He's taking it to the max. He's comfy. He's the highest fashion place. That's how you do it.
Probably. I mean, yeah, this carpet also doesn't look very, like, this is an ugly ass carpet, at least in the picture, so I don't think that
Face just screams, I know what I'm doing. His face just screams, I know what I'm doing.
Yes, it does. He's like,
He has
he's
a message.
so proud.
Yeah. He's blasting, actually. I can feel it. Like he's blasting something.
How
He's
much better?
commenting on society as
Yeah. This movie was exhausting, guys. I need to rest. Pay me more and I will dress. But otherwise,
not my responsibility to look nice.
That's it.
Life is so much better if you're in pajamas. You wouldn't have to stress about anything.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Chris still is an interesting one because like just his like general energy when he's preaching, like when he's talking about his demons, it's very like middle finger up in the air, kind of fuck you. Like, I also feel like this is a statement too from uncrystallized. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna show up or SFE, so fuck you and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. You don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, these definitely don't look like the first thing that comes to mind when you look at these guys is not, oh, this is going to be my new best friend.
Yeah. What I'm like,
I don't know about Woody.
Oh man, I'd like to be friends with Chris, man. He's hilarious, man. Always pissed off.
Yes, but if you don't know that, if you just saw him there.
I will fear for my life with Chris because I think he wants to kill everyone. But with Woody,
that's-
no, I'll get in touch. Like, yeah, man, good job. The socks are nice.
Yeah.
It's like peacocking. Once you get past it, they're friendly people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
what I've noticed about the
sorry.
Lexus is that whether or not they're like actually coming out with a fashion statement or they're like trying to be ironic, whatever they come out in is very like unapologetic. Like the Flexer energy is just like so unapologetic.
I think so.
And that's what these two are just giving off. They're just giving off like unapologetic vibes. Like
That's very good. Very nice. Okay. So Layla is a bit of a hard one, was a bit of a hard one to find a good pick. Actually, both of these, because Layla, she has a lot of shoots where she is actually like her outfit is really puffy. It's also very put together. So this is a picture where like one of the only pictures that I found where you can see her in a natural in a everyday in her life kind of situation. So I don't know, like it wasn't hard, it wasn't easy for me to pick good pictures for her. So of course, maybe it's not ideal, but
Well,
yeah.
she kind of, for some reason, she reminds me of Serena Williams in the sense that they're both like powerful looking women, but Serena carries the SF more naturally. Like that's the comparison I've got the two, where her, it's like, yeah, I'm doing the whole lady thing. It's like, yeah, it's just put on a skirt, it's girly enough. That's just what comes to my head from the videos I've seen with her, you know, when she's with Alex Hormozy. Yeah. Like she's still a feminine woman, but she's like more, to me, she's more masculinized feminine on the feminine spectrum.
Yeah, she also had a nose job recently and she looks very different.
Oh, I see.
You guys want to look it up. But I do agree. I had the same thought. I was like, this is what a person thinks that, like, not in a bad way. I think this looks very nice on her. And all of her outfits, I think, do. But there is something about it that seems like this is what I think a woman would wear.
What woman? What?
This is what I think a woman would wear, like kind of vibe. So, I'm a woman. What do I wear? I think it's something like this, right? Yeah, but I think that she's a very beautiful woman and her outfits are also really nice. I think that it doesn't look like weird. In case anyone was wondering who's Demon SF and feels like weirded out by us commenting on people's outfits, your outfit is probably fine. Yeah.
I don't think they're like anticipating that anybody's going to be looking at their outfits in these pictures. It doesn't seem like, because I feel like with Woody and Christopher, they were anticipating that people are going to look at their outfits, but like just not giving a shit. But these guys, they're just giving off the energy that like, yeah, no, they're just not anticipating that anybody's even gonna pay attention or care about their. Whereas if you compare it to the number ones who were the Demon SF, I think there was more of a like a I'm still gonna have to show up looking some type of way because maybe I'm gonna be, you know, somebody's gonna say something about this. But I feel like these two just they're just,
it's an effort. Yeah, it's like number ones, like they are their own brand. So they need to have, the marketing everywhere that goes with themselves and, needs to put an effort. And I think it's an effort to inspire. Like, I can't let go. Like, I can't go into pajamas if I'm number one because, I need to show up. I need to be there. I need to be, there for everyone so they can, count on me or on something. I can't be like, yeah, something like that. Like where there are just people dressing just not to be naked for the day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. All right.
I like this is my game.
Yeah. So you're saying pajama pants, they don't convey leadership? Except if they are fancy as Gucci pajama pants. I'm sure those exist.
No, but I know sometimes like in pajamas, like I really don't care sometimes if I
So
I do wear kind of socks at work, like the barefoot shoes at the max. So sometimes people look at me. Sometimes I go to see people, and I teach, and I'm in socks, and I can see the students looking like, But as I told you, don't judge me on my outfit because I will judge you, So, and no one dares to ask anything. But my friends, they're like, please stop that. Please buy some real shoes. Please have a sense of style and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like, I just need to be practical, and I feel like Sundar is like, yeah, have a good day. I don't care. Just put clothes on and go on with the day. There is no enjeu. There is no challenge to fight with the clothing, except just being dressed,
Yeah.
Do we know what your social type is here, Emmanuelle?
I think I'm a number 2.
Yeah.
Like all people around me thinks that too.
Guys, would you just thinking like, so I was basically just thinking about how the social numbers affect where people flex in general. But then, okay, let me see if I can make this coherent. Would you say that the number ones, they will always flex even if they have the skill level or not? Because this Sundar guy,
Mhm.
in his world, his domain, there is going to be some kind of flex, but because it's probably not about the fashion world, it's going to be like his brain. But because he is not a number one, he's not going to put in front of you that, yeah, I'm the smartest OG guy here. So it's kind of like, I've got this big gun, but I'm not saying like I got this AK-49, whereas the number one person's like, I got this AK-49. You can see how it works. So that maybe the number one's just, even if they don't have the skills, they just have to make a statement with whatever they're using.
I think so. That's possible. I think it's definitely more likely.
They have the drive. They reach for it. I don't think the statement is about I'm there, but it's I'm going there.
Semantics, just trying to express it. But yeah, I can flow with what you're saying as well.
Yeah, I think that what you this is my pattern that I was seeing. I feel like that also in people that I know in real life that have been socially typed, I feel like that the savior flex people, they dress in a way that it looks like they are here for a transaction actually. Like they dress a bit more proper maybe, or a bit more formal, or a bit more, I don't know if that makes sense categorically. So I'm not saying any one of you guys is stressed for a transaction, which sounds so weird now that I think about it, but I think you guys know what I mean. I hope so. If not, I don't know what.
This is a lot, isn't it?
Okay, let's continue. This is the only example that I found for the number 4 INTJ woman. woman. I forgot what category I was looking at. But yeah, I think what you can definitely see in Drew is just the friendliness and openness of her face and all of that. Is a very smiley person. And I think that these outfits, not bad at all, it's just my opinion. I think it's a very interesting style. I don't know if she is dressed in the way that you want it to look, but it's definitely something, you know. This is not like boring to look at.
Yeah, it seems like she does struggle with the SF in the sense that no, not to say that she looks bad, like not to say that she looks bad, but like you can tell that like
Not natural.
what she's wearing doesn't suit her body type. Like it's not, it's not flattering to her. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it's not super cohesive. It's not like a full outfit that was planned, I feel like.
Yeah.
But the entire person, I'm like, if I saw this person on the street, definitely I would I would think that talking to this person was a natural thing to do. It looks very approachable, I think.
Very, very.
Looks too happy to me, to be honest. I'm like,
a bit too happy. Why are you so happy, bro? I'm sure you have a dead body somewhere. Okay.
Maria, are you a morning person?
No.
Right. Hannah, are you a morning person?
I can be whatever the hell I need to be. No. I don't know. I get up, I go to work.
Okay, so when you're in a work situation and people want to talk to you, do you pretend to flow with it, or you're like, just stay away from me?
No, in a work situation, I'm like, hell yes, let's play. Because I don't know, I think it's TE, but I think that as soon as I get home, I get a lot more rigid. I think that I'm also friendlier in a work context because I feel like it's part of the job.
Okay. Yeah, that broke what I was thinking because I'm myself, I'm not friendly in the morning, but then when the clients start coming in, I have to put on the smile. But in my head, I'm like, it's too early. I don't want to talk to anyone. But there you go.
But I do understand what you mean because last year at Christmas time, I took a couple of days off around Christmas, and I felt this intense rage. I was like, if someone needs me to smile one more day, I'm going to like explode of anger. Yeah, but I do have I see a lot of clients and all of that, so there's a lot of smiling that needs to happen.
Can I ask what was the reason behind your question, Sam?
Yeah, I forgot.
Just with like reaching at social types and moods of how interactive people are with another and setting their boundaries, because most people at my work know that, yeah, don't talk to him in the morning until like 10 o'clock staff wise. Customer be like that, but with the staff, they're like, yeah, he won't really want to talk with you until later on. And I'm just I haven't got no real plan. It's just me gathering for now to kind of see a pattern. And I was thinking maybe with you, Maria, you'd be like, I know where I stand. I'm queen being, listen, I'm gonna do it this way, and that's that. But here's safe.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think being Demon Friends, Demon Tribe, and Blast, it's never a good time to talk to me. Like
we leave.
Like, yeah, like if you want to talk to me, don't anticipate to like find the best time to talk to me because you will never find it. I'll never want to, I'll always be pissed that somebody is like coming to talk to me, but I will do it, and I will obviously, like, once I've gone through it, I'll enjoy it and I'll be having a good time. But like before that, it's always like, ugh, leave me alone kind of thing.
Well,
so
you're also an introvert.
Yeah, exactly. There's just never a good time to talk to me.
What about you, Emmanuelle? Since we've all answered the question, it needs to be fair and equal.
Yeah. Like, I think everyone can talk to me at any time. I will be welcoming, but I think there's a lot of time where I don't give the signal that it's now that it can happen. Like if in my own brain or, I feel like, bloop, I'm not seeing you. And I'm not, I'm just into my own OI, crafting OI. And sometimes it happens even because I'm consume last. Even if you talk to me, sometimes I will zone out like,
Consume last problem.
That's
I do relate to that. Like people are free to like talk to me, but I'm not always going to be actually listening. You could talk next to me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's like you bring a new piece into the OI and then this is the priority. And so you're processing and you can understand people are still talking and you're like, yeah, and I'm not telling you, but I'm not listening to you. But then I have a friend who is sleep first and consume last, the same. And he just come open to it. Oh, I didn't listen to you, and I listened to anyone, no one. I'm like, but he's savior intuition, so he guesses what has been said to him.
Yeah,
sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong, but he's always right in his mind. Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's all that
was for free, Kevin.
Yeah.
But he's not looking at the show, so I'm safe.
We can gossip about anyone who's not looking at the show. Allowed. So this is the last category. I actually found a lot of people, a lot of ENTPs who were typed in a socially typed. That's why they are in there. So if you guys feel like there's a type missing, I'm really sorry. I try to find types where we have a lot of examples, but maybe in the future there will be more. So we're going to start with the number one. So these are all over the place, ENTPs, but they are all DI. That is the only thing that they have in common. I didn't have enough. So Brian here in the middle, this is Trixie Mattel, right? So this is the demon lady.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's a guy.
No, I know it's a guy. I'm just seeing the opposite side of him.
Yeah.
I'm just stating the obvious. I'm like, this is a guy.
But he has a short, his t-shirt has himself on it, right?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. That's him. And I think that this is his buddy, who I also forgot the name, Katja, maybe? That the other one doesn't look like him. Or does it? The makeup is different. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it's him on his shirt. It's like, it's me. And you have bees on the shirt. What does that mean? I wonder. Anyways, so did you guys have any thoughts on these people?
Well, Jeff Bezos screams, I didn't get the girls when I was young, and now I'm getting them now, so I'm going to live my dream. I had a client like that too. Yeah, I heard some wacky stories, which I won't say here. But yeah, and I actually like his shirt, man. It's nice. It's sleek, slim, fitting, not too huggy. Yeah, good taste. I wouldn't wear it, but it suits him.
What about the sunglasses?
Yeah, that's funny, man. I think you can only get away with that 'cause he's got big money, man. Like,
it's the FE glasses, like
I care about emotions.
Yeah.
Laugh. But I have to admit, like, if you Google Jeff Bezos outfit and stuff, you're going to see him also dressed like in just a leather jacket or something like that, and shorts with funny patterns. So I just didn't find that he had a really cohesive style. So he's not, a super flashy dresser overall. But this is him on some New Year's Eve. But I just found it funny. That's why it's in there.
honestly, God bless Jeff Bezos for Amazon. That's all I'm saying, man. Next stage.
As we can see, all of flexing and self-branding is not about SF, right? Because I'm sorry, you guys. They are from my tribe, right? Alphas, but This is shitty looks.
I actually really like Neil's jacket with the suns. It
Really?
reminds me, like, this is like a kind of pattern that my mom has in her basement, but in a good way, like that.
Yeah, I think it's like the flex energy that I'm getting from all of these. There's a lot of like sex appeal in this because I feel like Neil is kind of like undressing us with his eyes in a way. He's kind of like
I think that's just Neil. That's just his
But
entire
then-
thing.
but then like Jeff, he looks like he's trying to say, you know, just look what I've got in my pants kind of thing. That's the vibe that I'm getting from him. And then Brian's got this like smoldering, like I'm about to like take you on this table kind of look thing. There's just a lot of sex appeal in these photos. Is it just me? But that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting.
I don't know.
I think it's different from the like FIs who are kind of like reveling in their own they're like reveling in their own I don't know the word. They're just reveling in themselves, whereas like with the FEs, they're more like inviting you to join in the fun and the vibes. You know?
I'm gonna take you
Also
to
because they're NT and we're SF, so of course we're like, hello.
There's
Just
just a
because
lot of
they-
like suggestion in these photos compared to the NESIs,
Yes.
the NISEs.
you imagine Neil deGrasse is like sex talk. We're gonna
No.
hit
No,
one
no,
bust-
no. Next slide.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Jeez.
Put me on the spot. Okay.
I'd like guys,
Let's continue with all of the NTs. Yeah, got a bit confused there. So we have the number 3 ENTPs here. And I think this was very striking to me. Jordan Peterson, this is just his face. He has a resting bitch face. Lex Friedman as well. Like you see Lex Friedman in a photo shot where he meets some people out on the street and he always looks like this. This is a true fact. You can Google it. Ask ChatGPT. It will tell you no different. But Jordan Peterson, now Lex Friedman, he always dresses the same. And it's always this. And or it's sports gear because he's ripped AF. And Jordan Peterson, he really likes his fancy suits. Like he's an actual fashionista. Love it.
good guy.
Yeah.
Lobster tie too, so he's got his meme.
Yeah. I thought that was so funny to put that in there.
There's always some really like wacky accessory with the NESIs with their fashion. There's always just some like random wacky thing that they just add to the to the clothing. It's funny.
Imagination.
Like what do lobsters mean? Like why are they there?
Yeah, if you know Jordan Peterson's work, you understand the joke. It's a reference to his own analogy of the
What is the
lobster
joke?
hierarchy.
Basically, he's talking about like this dopamine. Be okay with the words, like this dopamine system that basically, if a lobster fights and then it loses, it gets more depressed. But if it fights and you give it a certain chemical, it doesn't get depressed, so it can keep on fighting. And that same mechanism is in us as well, which he was trying to iterate the point, but because he was talking about lobsters, it just became so funny. And the lobster meme was birthed.
That was a very good summary, Sam. Thank
So
you
he's
very-
flexing his whole like life's work in his clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a mixture of like grandiosity, but also self deprecation, because it's kind of like people also make fun of the lobster things. I feel like it's both in there. Yeah.
He's always talking about the power dynamic of the human mind.
Yeah.
So he would definitely take it with a pinch of salt and laugh at himself because he knows how powerful it could be.
Yeah.
And then you got Lex looking like the Men in Black. Just
Yeah.
Actually in
Here comes
contact with
Men in
aliens.
Black.
Galaxy Defender,
Defenders. Yeah.
which is from an SF guy, actually, funny enough, as a jokes.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, Lex is It's like it's just a typical black suit, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
But I think
No
this is-
question.
It's not the best black suit I've ever seen, in my own personal opinion, but it's a bit slob looking.
These are demon SF.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not SF last, right?
No, no.
But it's not last. That sure does help, right?
Is it not? I thought it was.
Hmm?
SF
The
was,
S
right?
again, the blast in it.
Yeah, it's the blast.
It's the blast, yeah. It's
Yeah.
my it's my crew. You
So
see
Jordan's
there.
teaching us
Sure.
clothing. That's what he's doing. He's trying to teach
Oh,
us.
what do your eyes see?
Okay,
Is
yeah. Are you ready
Yeah.
for Say Your Friends? This is a very striking difference, I think. So this is the only number 2 that we have of this type.
Wow. That's a huge difference.
Mhm.
This is
He's
like I'm
also
ready for the
sunglasses.
barbecue kind of vibes. Like,
Yeah, man. Gonna have some ribs.
yeah.
But it's still an uniform. It's still like legs. It's still the same. Jeans, shirt and t-shirt, cap. Let's go. It's
Yeah.
the same combination of clothing.
Do you guys know who this guy is? We had a
No.
So he's a YouTuber, and he's basically he does wacky engineering. He just builds stuff that he thinks the tribe will enjoy. And yeah, it's just wacky engineering. And that's exactly how he's dressed. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's very fun. I do recommend this channel.
He seems like a fun guy. Like he
Yeah.
seems like the kind of guy that you would hang out with. And
What
you-
type of do we mean, Maria? Because
Eh?
what type of hangout do we mean? A barbecue hangout or something
All kinds
else?
of hangout. I'm open for the whole experience.
Oh my God. I don't understand how people can be so casual about SF. I'm like, can we talk about that in private? Anyways. Okay. Here goes the number 4s. Oh, they actually don't because I'm too stupid to use my computer.
Oh, I love Sal.
Yeah, I don't know what his type is, but I was very sure about this is in the same category. So if you don't know who Sal is, this is the guy, I forgot the other guy's name, but we typed his buddy that he does a show with on a class, and as I was like, that's an ENTP.
From the Impractical Jokers? Oh.
Yeah.
From the Impractical Jokers? Is
Yeah,
that the
something
guy you
like that.
typed in? Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to point out, this is also not on purpose, that Yanis and Sal, their shirt, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Like there's something different, but it's very similar shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if what?
Yeah,
Mm.
the Save Your Friends, what they're wearing, they just always look like they're ready to hang out. Like, because I feel like with all the ones, you wouldn't like if we're going with the whole barbecue thing, like you wouldn't go to the barbecue looking like that because you'd be afraid of getting anything on you. But like these guys look like they'd be ready to like roll around in the mud with you or like, like have a food fight at the barbecue, like they're just ready for anything.
Stefan's
That
taking you to a tea party, man. That's where he's taking you to. The other two are that's a tea party. Crumpets.
Actually, Lex Friedman will roll on the floor with you, but because he's doing jujitsu or whatever. Yeah.
This is actually trying to punch you.
Yeah.
I love the tea party look of Stephen Fry. That is such a good analogy, Sam. You get a little appreciation cookie for that analogy.
You know
See,
what vibe?
it pays off to give some SI, Samuel. You should keep going.
I've been practicing.
So that was pretty much it. And now I want to know if anyone has any observations in terms of the outfits that we look at, the people that we looked at, or just how you see the difference of SF saviors, SF demons, friends, flex, how it shows in their appearance and in their vibe. Let us know in the comments. And does anyone have anything more that they want to say, like comment on the entire thing? This is very hard for us, like giving an overview at the end.
I think one thing that I've like taken away from this is that the flexers, they're always wanting to make a statement every time they're appearing, whether that's like if it's demon SF, they're like making a silent statement, and sometimes it's ironic statement, and sometimes it's kind of like a political statement, or sometimes it's like a just trying to, they're just trying to make a point with how they're presenting themselves. Whereas the friends, saviors, they just kind of seem like they're just ready to just do whatever you need them to do. Like they're not here for, they're putting on the clothes because that's what they have to do, but ultimately they're just ready for the hangout. But the flexes, they seem to want to make a statement, and the savior friends, the savior SF seem to do that through their clothing a lot.
Yeah, that sounds pretty much bang on. And I'll add to that, I think you can use these patterns to kind of see what social type you are before you get like your official typing. Because I use me as a case study. When I go into the gym, I do think about what I wear. And in my gym on the kind of spectrum, I'm one of the flyest looking guys in the gym, like for gym attire. But it's not like I want to make a big statement. I'm just conscious of it. And even if you can say, oh, but you're SEFE, but I think there's still a part of me that's like, I still want to look a particular standard, which to me personally just makes me think of like the freeze where the flex is still there. Whereas the number ones, it's the same as your function. It's like everything that you exude is just giving you the expression of what your functions are about. So what is number one? As we all know, here I am. I'm going there. I'm the top of the castle. Whereas the number threes are like, I think they got a job to do, but they understand that. And the number fours, like when I see them, I'm just like, you ain't got a bad bone in your body. Like you just want to be around them in doses. But yeah, there you go.
Sam, I'm curious, just quickly as a follow-up, when you are like flexing your attire, is it just when you're at the gym, or do you do that in other settings as well?
It's if I've got the time and I've got the cash, I want to look good. Naturally, it's always there, but it's not the be all end all. So like I went to my mate's anniversary party yesterday, and I had these two outfits, and everyone knows in my theme of Envision Transformation, it's purple. So one of them was just simple denim jeans with a red slim fitting shirt, hugs my physique, so it shows my physique, and I got these reddish Timberland like boots. And then the other one was like the purple, it was like one of those African dashikis but purple. And I was like, that purple one's a bit too much because I'm always wearing purple and people know that. So I didn't want to make such a big impact. So I went with the other one. And even then, maybe because I'm noticing some people are like, Sam, you're slick when you come in. You come in on your motorbike onto the grass, cool as fuck. And yeah, so that's just the dynamic I think that goes, yeah, I'm definitely not that number one person in the flex of the clothes.
Yeah. Okay, here's my theory from what you've just said, because I'm like, obviously you're not officially typed with your social type, but I'm still seeing you as a number 3. And like what I'm hearing is that when it comes to your gym stuff and your brand and your business, like your brand business, you take the flex a lot more seriously in that arena, in that area. Whereas when you're talking about other settings or other environments, you might still have that like flex, but you don't do it with as much enthusiasm and as much passion as you do when it comes to, because your gym and the work that you do is your brand. So you really have to, like, even if you're not feeling it, you really have to show up, and you have to show up good. Whereas with the other areas in your life, you're maybe a little bit less aggressive with the flex and that. And that's kind of, I don't know, another way that I'm seeing this.
I agree with you. So you line up with my TI, it's sweet.
Line up with the TE and the TI. This is allowed. Agreed. What about you, Emmanuelle? Do you have any observations from this entire thing?
I think it was very interesting to go and see through this exercise. So thank you for that idea. I'm looking forward to see the comments and how everyone will react and pitched in, I'll say. And it is really what I saw the most. It was more about the attitude that really the clothing somehow. And that was very interesting. Yeah, you could see like the ones with the drive, like it is there, and the others with the openness of the focus. But yeah, I don't think you can type with this, only this, but it is still something nice to put the attention on. So thank you for this exercise. And I will try to have some outfits that could go for each, each social type. So
You mean in the
I'm
next episode, you're gonna dress and we're gonna have to guess which social type you're playing today?
all right.
That would
It's
be so
on.
funny.
Oh God.
Well, actually, the one dressing that I feel very proud of having, but that put me into that it's my firefighter uniform.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to have to wear that one, but it is a part of it's a big sign of tribe association too.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could say that I have an outfit that shows my association with the tribe. I don't. I really don't. Tribe, I don't know. Where are they?
The tribe associates with me.
The tribe police associate with me. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Who's
I
not-
have a question for you guys because we're the SF show and I have no clue. Could you please tell me what is the trend right now and what will be the next trend?
The trend in terms
In
of
fashion or in what?
Yeah, in fashion.
I have no clue.
I've stopped consuming a lot of stuff, so I couldn't tell you. I really
Shit.
couldn't.
Well, when I went to the store yesterday with my mom, I just saw that the colors that they have right now don't fit me. That is all I know. Yeah. I don't know.
I think the only thing I've seen so far is like for men's fashion, they seem to be doing those long shirt things.
So you're
Men's
right.
fashion, they seem to be doing like those longer shirt things, like shirts that go like past the waistline.
What?
Sorry.
No, I'm just like, what? I'm shocked. That's
Oh.
all.
I don't know if I'm consuming the right, but that's like one thing that I've seen in a couple of guys, is they do those like longer shirt things. And then for women, I've noticed they do a lot of like slits in their dresses now.
Yeah.
That's quite a popular thing.
What?
Like
Slits.
slits in their dresses.
What is slit?
Like
It's like-
how do I
like and you
Oh, they
then
cut it?
cut. Yeah.
Basically,
They don't cut it themselves, obviously, because that would
I-
look horrible. You would have all of the threads sticking out, but
Ah,
she just
okay.
designed that way. I saw a lady like that yesterday. She looked fabulous, and we legitimately went down to look at the canal at the sewer. What is that called? Is that called sewer? And she showed up with a slip.
okay. So see you guys later. I've got to bounce.
Bye.
Yeah, we've got
Well,
to go. Yeah.
This is the end of the SF show because what would we be without Sam? So thanks guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God, thank you.
Ciao.
I love and leave you guys. Like, I'll get back to you in the messages and that, and we'll talk. Peace.
Cool. Stay
Nice.
firm.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Yeah.
What is cooing?
Cooing?
Yeah, it's what you
Yeah,
said.
but
I was cooing and I lost track of time.
What is
Oh, that was
that?
meant to say cooking.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I was like, what is this English word?
Oh,
Like,
sorry, guys. I just realized that was meant to say cooking.
You can speak for me if you want to. It's all good.